Well, that's pretty cool. This is the 10th football camp. I hate that it's called the Huard camp. It's really the 710 ESPN camp because it's not about me. It's never been about me. It's been about the station and all the volunteers. So with no more further ado, Mr. Moyer, NFL legend.
A legend.
NFL starter. NFL starter. ASU legend. How about that? That works.
Sun Devils.
How many career interceptions?
I'm almost 59. I can't remember anymore, but
Lots of them.
enough.
6 in 1 year, by the way.
6 in 1 year.
How
Which
many-
we'll talk about that one.
Yes, and I think last year the leading Seahawk had 2 interceptions on the team, so you would have led by triple that. So 6 interceptions in 1 NFL year. But what I'd love to do is give these kids something concrete that they can walk away from. They're going to spend time watching this video, and they're going to say, "Gosh, I remember Mr. Moyer taught me that drill. I want to be a corner. I want to be the next Richard Sherman. I want to be the next Earl, the next Cam. I want to be the next Legion of Boom." So can you give me a couple drills that you think are the very best that you can teach and implement even in a virtual world in my backyard?
And the next drill we want to work is right what he's talking about. We're going to work on opening our hips for the go route. So I'm in a back pedal. I'm in a nice stance again. I'm back pedal. Once he breaks my cushion of 2.5, 3 yards, I have to open up. Okay, and so my next drill for you is just that. We're going to go all the way here so I get a little room.
And this is, how many times have you heard Pete Carroll say, "Stay on top, stay on top"? The whole defense, don't give up the big play. You got to stay on top. You can give up stuff underneath and we'll rally and we'll tackle, but the best defenses stay on top. And his techniques, as you said, some coaches will teach little different techniques and their, kick step or whatever their initial. But every defensive coach worth their weight in gold is going to tell you you have got to stay on top.
And so you'll hear stay on top. It means stay on top of the shoulder, or I always say, I'm no longer on top of the shoulder. Now I'm in trail. This is bad. So whether I'm in press or off and turn, go ahead and release. I always want to be, I'm on top. See that? I'm in a perfect position to intercept the ball. I'm okay if they run a deep comeback. Sometimes the defense gets beat. They've called a good play. Over the top, never.
Yeah, so we go from Paul Moyer, the safety, to the quarterback. And since I'm old and this is a virtual world and I can do whatever I want to do, I'm going to bring in the young, talented southpaw. So this is my nephew, Sam Huard, going to be a Husky. We'll see whether that's in January with the early enroll or whatever is meant to happen. Yeah, we shall see. I would love to know, what are some of the things, do you have like a warm-up drill? Do you have 2 or 3 drills that you can share with the kiddos today?
Of course, we'll do about 3 drills today after our warm-up, but yeah, excited to get out here and throw
And
the
see
ball
the
around a little
campers?
bit. And see the
Okay,
campers.
now what are a couple little drills you'd like to do with your, just getting yourself better?
Yeah.
And improving your skill set that you found to be most effective?
Yeah, so I think just doing some basic kind of pocket movement drills.
Okay.
I mean, you see a lot of quarterbacks when, a rush comes, they feel a little pressure. The first reaction is, I got to get out. I got to run. But no, you see Tom Brady, you see a lot of the great ones, even Russell Wilson. Someone's rushing, there's able, slight movement, throw it. So a little drill here is I'll kind of snap the ball, go a 3-step drop, and then Uncle Brock, how do you want to do the movements?
You want me to move you right, left, back, forward? Okay.
Let's do that. And probably no more than 3 movements because, you're never going to be in a pocket kind of up here like that. You just want to.
And then I'll clap and
then
you
you'll
throw.
clap.
Okay.
Yep.
And you like doing these out of the shotgun, so 3-step. Here we go. Ready? Left, back, right, throw. Good. And obviously it's a little wet today. Perfect for the Huard camp. We've had a bunch of them in some bad weather, right? That's football weather in the fall. So we're doing this at about 50%. I don't want him to slip and fall. But again, this is about that balance of keeping your weight underneath you while you're moving in the pocket.
And like you said, keeping that weight underneath you. And when you get to your drop and he says move, you still want to keep in that base. And also, a thing for me is you don't want to get your feet too close moving together. You kind of want to stay in your base. So when you're here, you move, back foot first, and keeping that base. And then when he says throw, you're in a ready position to.
So I'm going to guess outside of just boxing, Sam, we've talked about this area a bunch. And to do these drills, you're going to feel your legs burning like Mr. Moyer's legs were burning, right? So what are some of the, do you have some lifts or some core workouts or things that you do to supplement with this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely all that. I mean, I emphasize a lot of core in all my workouts because, you know, that's where you get that torque and you get that power from, but also just, you know, lifting legs, upper body, all that stuff. And I could send
And you
some.
were a 155-pound
Yep.
freshman.
Yeah, I played my freshman year at 155.
And now about 190?
190, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, let's do one more of those, little movement drill. Ready, set. Up, back, right, back, up. Good. Awesome. Now we get to the wide receiver.
Yes, sir.
Now we get to the money position.
Yeah.
The guy that makes quarterback look good, right? The one that wants to be DK and Tyler and all the rest of them.
Guy who wants all the glory. Guys who play receiver just want to score touchdowns. You know, they want the love. They want the fame and all that
What
stuff.
Keyshawn say? Didn't he write a book? Just throw me the ball, right? Keyshawn Johnson, just get me the rock. Michael Bumpus played at Wazoo, played for the Seahawks. Has been an amazing coach for a lot of years, developing kids. And the cool thing, and this is going to be your first time, new to 710, to be a part of the camp. Little Johnny has never caught a football before.
Yep.
What would be the most basic elements in your mind of the best pass catchers, the receivers, right? These are all awesome. And you're going to get so much better doing these drills on your own. But the one that's just learning how to catch, how do I catch that football? What are a couple of the best things you've learned through the years?
One I mentioned earlier, try to find the seams. Like
Okay.
really lock in on the football and don't be afraid of the football. Two, meet the football. Don't wait for it. You go grab the football out the air and be soft with it. It's almost like it's a fine line between being aggressive and going and get it and having soft hands at the same time. Also, I would say look the ball all the way into the tuck. So if you throw me the football, all right, till this day, you throw me a football and I'm at practice, I'm there and I'm looking at all the way into the tuck. I want to make sure I have ball security. Ball security equals job security. You want to look that thing all the way in. So then when you get into the game, you look it in and it's quick and you're gone, right? If you can't secure the football, coach is going to find someone else to replace you.
Dave Wyman, you've been a part of these camps. This is the 10th, and this is the most unique. It's in the backyard, but this is the 10th camp our stations help put on.
Here we go.
First-
All right, let's start off, Brock.
Okay, first
Now,
drill.
You're gonna shuffle and
Yeah.
punching up the quarterback here,
Sorry,
too.
sorry,
He's
sorry.
not been part of this.
Sorry, my bad.
And you're gonna come to anytime you want me to step up, you're
Yes.
gonna step up, and I'm gonna come up and meet you. And again, also on the strike, okay? So of course we're low, but when you come up this way, I want your hands like this. I want thumbs inside, okay? So that way you can grab. You don't want to get like this. You'll hurt your wrist. You don't want to punch it. You want to get here. So when you have your hands like this, I can control him. It's the best way. So, and also remember I talked about incline press instead of bench press. Look what we're doing here. Boom, right there. Okay, keeping that outside leg free. All right, Brock, let's do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
And this kind of mimics the first drill of staying square, too,
Yep,
right?
yep. Stay square to the line of scrimmage. Everybody understand, right? Shoulders, hips, don't get turned. If that's the line of scrimmage, that line, I'm not ever going to get like this or this. I'm going to just stay perfectly square. Okay, here we go. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay, shuffle, shuffle.
Wow.
That was very good.
That's a pretty good thrust.
Here.
59,374 in the Kingdom. Miami can get a first down without scoring. Higgs is met and dropped. And number 92, David Weinman, pouring in from the middle linebacker position. Had it cool.
David Wyman just reads this play perfectly. Misdirection play. When the guard pulls, Wyman feels and makes the play.
It's kind of, I always love listening to you not teach just football alone, but some encouragement to young people. And I think they need it as much in this time as ever, as they're more isolated. They don't get to play. We don't get to be with them in Husky Stadium for the 10th straight year. But if you were to just kind of give them encouragement where they're watching this and where they are right now, what would be the biggest words of encouragement?
Here's one thing I would say. You know, whatever your situation is at home, if you're living with mom and dad, you're living with grandma and grandpa, whoever's taking care of you, help them out, okay? Because it's a stressful time for everybody right now being locked out. So try to help as much as you can. The other thing I would say, and I think most importantly, right now we're not around each other, right, Brock? And so how we're communicating is through Twitter and Facebook and email and text, try to act like the person that you're talking to is right there in front of you. And then that way you can, think about what you say and how you say it, right? So I think that's the one thing where we're missing that human interaction. I always say, you're a lot more likely to honk your horn and scream at somebody in your car when you're insulated by a car, right? But if you're person to person, and same thing with social media, I feel like it insulates people. And I would say this also, don't expect the worst in people. Expect the best in them. And that's how you should communicate with people. I think that will really take it a long way. So yeah, just be kind to one another during this tough time. Help your parents out, be encouragers, be heroes, be leaders.
Let's bring it in. Encourage on three. Encourage on three. 1, 2, 3. Encourage!